So that's a little bit about me.
Create a picture of artificial intelligence. That's the picture. So it reflects a little bit what's going on in society, because it's based on really human values. And then I will present always the conventional definition versus my view, or the objectivist or libertarian view, and where does stand Liberland. So let's go through some terms concerning the morality. So when I asked AI to generate morality picture, it's this one on the left. Not bad. I think it's not bad. It shows moral can be something that you love. On the right, it's moral, maybe something that you produce. I liked it. However, the conventional morality is you have a duty. You have to be good. You have a divine definition of morality, right? Don't steal, believe in one God, and things like that, which is dictated. Moral is meaning proper behavior. You have to behave somehow. But that's not how I like it. That's not my point of view, and I believe it's not really your point of view. Morality consists in a single choice, actually. Why we have to be good? Because we would like to live good. We would like to sustain our life. It comes from the philosophy of objectivism. You can live free in a society where you are not forced to sacrifice or to do something. This is good, you have to do it. No. Free society, you are not forced to sacrifice yourself to others, and you do not demand others to sacrifice to you. So that's an important aspect, and I believe that's what we believe in Liberland. So from that point of view, I think it's moral. This is an AI picture. It's not somebody I know. I ask altruism. So altruism conventionally is altruism is nice, you share, you be nice to others, right? Selfless concern for the well-being of others. When someone acts to help or benefit another person without expecting anything in return, which is a sacrifice. The picture AI generated me this nice man giving something to pigeons. I find it ridiculous. Maybe it's altruism, it's conventionally something nice, but actually the sacrifice is a bad thing. The basic principle of altruism, this is my view, is that man has no right to exist for his own sake. Right? The otherism is not the kindness, goodwill, or respect for the other's rights. Actually, this is bad for me. You should not live for yourself, you should live for others. I don't agree with that. I agree with self-interest for life. Look at the picture on the left. I mean, if I type self-interest and I actually asked Microsoft Copilot, which has now a generation of pictures. Draw me the self-interest. I find it really reflects what people think about self-interest. Oh, it's like having a lot of money, thinking of yourself, reaching to some mountain, and so on. I find it pointless. I think it's how people see self-interest, but I don't think that self-interest is bad in these terms. One's personal interest when pursued without regard for other. I don't believe that when you are self-interested, you would like to have been in conflict with others. It's in your self-interest to have exchange values with others. What Ayn Rand is saying about self-interest is man must work for his rational self-interest, with the achievement of his own happiness as the highest moral purpose of his life. So you don't get things for free. You must work, you must create, produce to achieve highest purpose of your life. It's quite different from the picture on the left. This is egoism. I'll skip it because it's similar to self-interest. Here maybe I can say rational self-interest values the interest required for human life. It does not clash when people deal with each other as traders, exchanging value for value, not only economical value. We are here for Liberland because we also exchange our opinions, we gain. It's not a sacrificial, we are not because we must be here. We are not here to sacrifice. Look what Microsoft AI suggested me. Do you want to make the egoism image dark and selfish? Or do you want to show altruism as a helping hand to others? So that's a convention. That's a convention about egoism, right? That's really what appeared below the picture. Another important point is this. Free or Liberland, right? We even have it twice. That's how much we value that. I find the picture a little bit ridiculous because for AI, which reflects the culture, okay, it's reading books. Maybe we are free to read what we want, fine. It's holding hands, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the little baby and the teddy bears. Lady in the middle is expressing her opinion, free speech. But freedom is the power or right to act, speak, and change as one desires. Well, not completely, because my question is freedom from what? We are able to do things for free, but what prohibits us sometimes? But it's a freedom from force. So free to think, to choose, to act, to produce, to sustain your life, to own property, and to prosper for your happiness. It has only meaning in the absence of coercive power of the state. That's the definition also quoted by Ayn Rand, but it's quite generic point of view on freedom. And I think that this is important to stress for Liberland. We are really, and we have heard that several times, we really do not want a state which is dictating you something, which uses the coercive force, including taxes. I mean, if you don't pay taxes, you go to prison. So it's a coercive force, right? We don't want that. A couple of other things is I am radical for capitalism. I don't like some other adjectives. Capitalism comes from the capital. Capital comes from the head. It's a very individualistic system. The convention is saying it's an economic system based on the private ownership, fine, of the means of production and their operation for profit, fine, but not completely. It's also a political system. It's a political system which respects the rights of individuals. So it's not just economic system, trading and so. So that convention I don't agree completely. I like the picture on the left. I was surprised by this picture of capitalism because it reflects production, dollar sign, nice ladies with strands, skyscrapers. Okay, so there is something good behind AI, something good notion, but we can discuss that later. What Ayn Rand said is the capitalism was, some parts of the history in the United States in the 19th century, some countries had a little bit of capitalism, was the only system in history where wealth was not acquired by looting, but by production, not by force, but by trade. The only system that stood for man's right to his own mind, to his work, to his life, to his happiness, and to himself. That's for me the capitalism. And I believe that most of you agree with that. Look the picture of socialism of AI. It's strange, right? That's what AI finds as socialism. I would add some killers, some looters, maybe some force. It's quite a beautiful colored picture. Again, it's not only economic system, it's a political system. And I believe it's a doctrine that man has no right to exist for his own sake. That his life, remember altruism? You have to share with the others. You have to pay for this collective, that collective, and so, by force. That his life and his work do not belong to him, but to collective good. It's a denial of individual property rights. Okay, I can skip that. That's collectivism, which is a subjugation to individual and group. The picture is quite nice, you know, but it's an idealistic picture. Again, it reflects what's behind the knowledge of collectivism, something good. But we know it's a subjugation of the individual to group. Whether it's to race, it's a collectivism racism, to class, to state, to a nation, you name it. I think I'm at the end of my presentation, and I ask artificial intelligence to generate Liberland. It's profit, I can skip profit, that's Liberland. I found it so funny. It shows the flaw of AI still at this point. It understood the text is pretty good. It's saying that I have created an image inspired by Liberland, the self-proclaimed micronation on the western bank of the Danube. Nice. This image might include elements that reflect its ideals of liberty and minimal government. Probably AI understands that minimal government is that you keep everything green. No, minimal government means that you let build. You let people build. As well as its flag, which is completely wrong. It has nothing to do with our flag. Or emblematic features of the territory it claims. I hope it aligns with your vision of Liberland. No. But it's a nice picture. We know how Liberland looks like. And if we are going to sustain the principles that I have presented, you know, like capitalist system, property rights, rights for individual rights, keeping freedom and keeping government minimal, for example, like the Minister of Justice suggested, then I think Liberland is on a good way and it's a morally good country. So my Liberland is rather like that. I had to add a lot of description to the AI. I said, change it from the green island, add some skyscrapers, add the productivity, add stuff. To make it the freest country in the world, to attract self-interested people, rational and innovative minds from all around the world, which is amazing. You have had discussions with other people. It's amazing what people have lived and what are they doing here to achieve success and happiness. So I think it's morally really the best concept. And with that, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Pavel.